Mavericks trailing. And a slam dunk by Lively.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Down low. Here's Şengün. Houston working the ball around. Pass to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Lively grabs the miss. Here's Dallas now. Now here's Washington. Covered by Smith. Here's Lively. And a missed layup. Pass to Eason. Back to Van Vliet. Smith outside. On the wing, Thompson. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Christie.
Substitution on the court.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Rockets on top, leading by just 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return.
Mavericks 7.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
It seems like just yesterday when D'Angelo Russell started his career in the NBA. Richard, hard to believe he's been in the league a decade plus now.
Yeah, the second overall pick in 2015. Russell's an experienced NBA player who remains a valuable rotation player.
Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave the team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
Here's Okogie. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Okogie's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. To the paint. Here's Davis. The layup off target. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. The 3 from Thompson. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And Finney-Smith over to help. Out to the right wing. Pass to Flag. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston in the lead. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, "Their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team." Back to you.
They've got that grit. Thank you, Allie.
The assist.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. The Rockets trail. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
Here's Irving. after Houston's three-pointer on the other end.
Now, Kyrie has the ability to rack up a ton of assists. He knows how to find the open man.
Durant for three. On the wing, Durant. Three-pointer. Washington grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
From down low, again, the Mavericks good for two more.
Nice feed by Thompson. Most of the time, Clay either shoots or passes it. Doesn't really dribble down.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. Clock at 6.
2 minutes in the first half.
Houston working the ball around. Gafford with the block. On the wing, Irving. And the layup is good off the glass. And it's a 4-point Dallas lead.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And here's Thompson for three. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Now here's Irving. He's got 5. Out to Thompson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Fires from the wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the board.
Rockets trail by 4. Pass to Thompson. Outside Durant. The three. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Durant's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Gafford. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
To the middle. For 3, Durant. Offensive rebound. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Easton. Three-pointer. Gafford grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 3. And here is Irving. Stolen by Thompson. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And out of bounds, Houston will have it.
In for Dallas, Anthony Davis. D'Angelo Russell.
Now Van Vliet. He's got 6. Launches a 3. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Houston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
21.
We'll be right back. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Irving. Pass to Flag. There's the 3. Rebound by Van Vliet. And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Davis. Shoots over Easton. Davis can't hit. Outside Easton. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis with it. He's picked up by Easton. Out to the right wing. Back to Davis. Easton pulls it in. Houston in the lead. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Easton. And here's Thompson for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Thompson's got 6.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Here's Gafford, covered by Smith. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Dallas.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity. And he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you, Brian.
The love for the game. Allie, appreciate the report. And Houston has possession after the basket by Dallas. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Flagg outside. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill. Unprecedented. KD able to rise up his score over most any defender.
A big group substitution here for Dallas. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Marshall. Back to Thompson.
2 minutes.
Tries it from the top of the key. Smith with the rebound.
Maverick.
Can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Oh, he is a coach's dream. That's why they love Van Vliet. The intangibles are off the chart, and the execution is consistent.
Now here's Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Eason. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Eason's got 6.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Russell. On the wing, Thompson. They need this. That shot is off. Houston leading by 10. Back to Van Vliet. 58 seconds left in the third. The 3, Smith. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.